Good morning, students. Today we will be starting a new chapter which will be sound. Now, when we talk about sound is a form of energy that produces sensation of hearing. And we have some important facts about sound, that it is produced by vibrating body. Produced by vibrating body. It means to say that a body capable of vibration can only produce the sound. Second important thing, that what frequency of vibration of the particles will make the sound audible. So the frequency should be between 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. Only this range of frequency can be heard by human being. And we have the third, that medium is required for the propagation of sound. For propagation of sound. That means if there is no medium, sound cannot be propagated and person cannot hear the sound. For example, on moon or in the vacuum where there is no medium at all, if two persons are speaking, one cannot hear the sound because there is no medium in between. Now when we talk about the medium, as I said, there are three medium. We have the medium solid, liquid and gas. That means sound can travel through solid, liquid as well as gas. But it has been found that the speed of the sound is the most in case of solid and the least in case of gas. For example, the speed of sound in steel is around 5,000 meters per second. In liquid, like in water, it is 1500 meters per second. And in the gas or air, when the temperature is 20 degrees Celsius, the speed will be around 340 meters per second. So you can see here that in the solid, sound has got the maximum speed, whereas the least speed is in the gas. Let us now come to the propagation of sound. That means when sound propagates, we all know that when sound travels, it travels in the form of wave called sound wave. Now, when sound is produced, it is the sound energy that will first disturb the molecules, and this disturbance keeps on moving ahead till the disturbance reaches the listener's ear. So whenever molecules absorb the sound energy, the molecules get disturbed, and it is this disturbance which gives rise to wave or which produces wave. So it is disturbance that moves ahead due to the movement of the sound energy. Now when sound energy moves, it forms compression and rarefaction. And compression is the stage of the molecules where the molecules will be closer. Sound wave. It will produce compression and rarefaction. Rarefaction. So compression is the stage of molecules where the molecules or particles are closer, whereas in rarefaction molecules are apart. Molecules are apart. So we can say that sound wave, when it travels, it always travels in the form of longitudinal wave, which contains compression and rarefaction. So when we talk about the wave, we have two types of wave. One is longitudinal wave, in which the molecules will vibrate in the direction of propagation of wave. For example, if this is the direction of wave, the molecules also vibrate in the same direction. This will be the longitudinal wave. An example of longitudinal wave is sound wave. There is another type of wave which is called transverse wave, and it is the wave in which the vibration of particles take place perpendicular to the direction of wave. That means if the wave moves in the forward direction, then the particles vibrate normal to this direction of wave. So you can see there is an angle of 90 degree being made between the propagation of wave and the molecular vibration. Example of transverse wave will be the ripples formed when a stone is dropped in the pond. So that ripple around the stone formed is an example of transverse wave. Now we can come to the important terms related to wave. Terms related to wave. First is amplitude. So amplitude is the maximum displacement of the molecules from its mean position. Mean position is the molecule, the position of the molecules where it is undisturbed. But after gaining the energy, the molecules undergo some disturbance, due to which the molecules will move, and the maximum displacement that the molecules cover from its mean position will be the amplitude. Its SI unit is meter. Then we have time period. Time period is the total time taken by the molecules or particles to complete one vibration, which is denoted by capital T, and its SI unit is second. Third is frequency, denoted by small f, which is the number of vibration in 1 second. Its SI unit is hertz. In short, we write as Z. And there is one relation between time period and frequency, that is, time period is reciprocal to the frequency. And the fourth important term is wavelength. which is denoted by lambda. You can see the symbol, this is called lambda, that represents the wavelength, and wavelength is the distance between compression and rarefaction, or distance between two consecutive compression, or we can say that it is the distance covered by the wave in one time period. Its SI unit is also meter. SI unit is meter. And in next class there we can see how the waves are formed, and we'll discuss about all these terms based on the sound wave. Thank you.